All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and our home team. And we are underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. So now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Okay, let me jump outside. Okay.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On second and 15 now. Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. He's going to look deep down the field, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. Let's take it inside his own 40. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Why is it set like this, man? Oh my goodness. So
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down.
I don't know why it's set like this, even though I changed it back. Oh my goodness, this fucking game is so fucking trash. Like, god damn. Got my dog on the bit. Yeah.
He goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
What the hell? All right, we good. I was expecting something else. Yeah.
So it's third and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
26 Mike. All day, baby, all day. Hey, I'm gonna go load it. Motion. 26 Mike. 26.
From the gun, Rivers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
You can't hold Bud Dupree.
Providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a fourth and long. Here's Jack Fox now.
It's one-on-one, man. You should be able to fucking hold Bud Dupree with no fucking...
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
You should be able to hold him. He got low fucking pass rushing attributes. Let me get that off.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Like 80. Push him back. Push him back.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Returning, it's Benjamin. 12 yards on the return that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Mike, 57. 6-man. Check girls, check girls, check girls.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
If they just make a hole,
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Man.
As a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bud Dupree able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This is going to be mad annoying. I can tell as is already. Nigga getting beat by Bud Dupree.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's how should be at least.
Last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Cameron Hayward, his 2nd sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
What are you doing, my guy? You're getting your ass butt raped.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Operating from the gun. Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
180. Watch the run. Wait, 89.
From the gun. Rivers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Check your hot read. 6-6, pull it high. Big grip, big grip.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Easton Stick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Revisit. Everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Start. 230. I got number 18. I got you 18. Bend it. Bend it. Switch. Switch.
They'll run again with Samuels on 1st down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swat. Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
What are we talking about right now?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's the way. Say. Snickers, 66. Mine's 49. Check pass. Switch. X3, 218, chopper.
On the carry, it's Samuels. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
All right, now, black 20. 58, come on. I'm here all day. Switch. Hey, alert. You draw Corker. Whirl.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that.
Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face.
Right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Come on.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Nonsense.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. 4 down. 4 down. 11. Hey, easy. 50 seconds.
From the 25 on second down, Rivers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
This is pissing me off. Like, come on. This dude didn't give up like 5 sacks already. Unfortunately, my fucking line is horrible.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Hey, easy.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. It's taken to the 26. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
But Dupree looks like he fucking Von Miller. With a fucking high 60, low 70 fucking block shit. This is beyond me.
Black 20. Black 58, right there. Jack 16. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check safety. 22 jet bomber.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And I had them set to the outside. How the fuck you get beat? Fucking,
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
About to get through it. Now who I want to go through. Go to it.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Rivers. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown.
You get your ass out that one play.
His 6th touchdown of the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
I'll take it.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Yeah.
And
you know you're going for that real route.
He's taken down. Melvin Ingram. He's the one to get it. His sack number 7
you know he's
for
going
him
for that
on the
real
year.
route.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what?
That my fucking line too. I got some pass rushes
get
too.
upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
They ain't fucking close.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Thank you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run with Samuels. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield. And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A minute 55 left to go.
I see you like kicking them short.
You
like trying to get that turnover.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Rivers to throw it. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Wilson.
I'm mad.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
That's my fault. I forgot to fucking make my adjustments on that. I knew that. Fuck. Yeah, I forced it too. I'm mad, man, because I didn't want no fucking interceptions. I forced that motherfucker. I should have just fucking throw it away since I forgot to make my adjustments.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Good fucking.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it.
Good one.
Boy, they're going to need a few of those
Good
to actually
fucking
hit
play.
in order to get back.
Glad you didn't make it, though.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
The quick route.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
What we doing right now, baby?
They come up on second and less than a yard. And they'll try the jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Rivers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
I'm so mad. Like, come on. I had him underneath.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
I knew that play was coming. That fucking them two outside.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
I'm fucking mad, dog. That could have been a pick. Come on, defense. Defense is giving us hella opportunities. We need to put some more points. Like ASAP.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 8. Go 58 to the mic. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Hey, exit.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's knocked away and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Yep. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's that. Listen, that relates.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, Rocket. Check 24. Check 24. Greystone, travel. Red. 55.
To throw, Rivers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steelers, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Like 30. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Trying to line his
And they're
ass
well
up.
past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Again, a run recover. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D. Strong right, strong right. Crunch time, defense.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Corner blitz by Josh Norman works like a charm.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs, and it's costing them.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
12. Crunch. Cluster. Legs 57's right. Check back. Wait, 89.
Throwing, Rivers. Open man is Cantrell. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Rivers. And he's going to go
I
down
kept
again.
7 in, dog. 7
Watt.
in.
He's the one
7
to get him
in,
this time,
man.
and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Yeah, I still can't get no fucking pass, no protection. With 7 fucking kept in.
On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Now the second down throw on target. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
I'd have been high there saying you got
they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. On third down, here's Samuels. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check 24. Check 24. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Watch the screen. Show that bench release and go. 58, 58, 58. Flash it, turn.
Roethlisberger will throw. Got an open man. It's Washington.
It's terrible.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Damn it. I should have had him play the inside.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. And caught by Henry. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Rivers. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
180. 26 months. 26 months. Don't get nervous. Watch that. Load it. Hey, here we go. Defense, let's get it together.
Here's Clement. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Roethlisberger now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Complete. It's Johnson. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Alert, alert.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
I want to jump there.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Jack 16. Hey, Charlie. You're trapped. You're trapped. 49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
Now Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me. Alert, alert.
Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Well, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and short. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now.
Ready?
He may try and run for this. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
I took forever to run it.
On is the Chargers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over.
And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win the game.
They said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
At the 3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the home team here, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.